You go. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What's up? What's up? You got something you want to say? You got
Welcome
something?
back, fellow knowledge seekers. It's My Comics busting through your speakers. I am Frankie J, and this is Midnight Assassin, and this is where we talk about comics every day. And
Every
today,
day.
I know you seen the title of the show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a movie review on Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Infinite Herbs.
Infinite Earths. Notice the
Darkness.
word infinite Earths.
Darkness is.
Infinite Earth
Man, go ahead and bring that intro.
first. I ain't bringing no intro. We about to change the whole game. Ain't no more intro. I'm gonna create an intro even about 2 weeks. That's just play the hell out. We ain't doing none of that.
MYECOMICS is the best, I guess you know why.
I know you just didn't cut me off.
MYECOM.
No, it's actually me. Ain't. All right, man. Let's dig into this Crisis on Infinite Earth. Well, I mean, what's your thoughts on it?
Man, I enjoyed it, man. And at first I wasn't gonna watch it because it was just one part, part one. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to like watch a part one and then be fiending for like the next part. And then I keep thinking of one that was like on the CW and stuff. I was like, are they just gonna copy that one and stuff? But nah, this one was actually like pretty good. I mean, it's actually really good. And like I looked up some more. It's supposed to be a 3-part thing. So like all 3 parts are supposed to come out this year. So so we go ahead and talk about part one. I'm kind of excited what they're gonna do for part two. When it comes to animation, DC always like be on point. Like DC be on the mark when it comes to animation. What were your thoughts on it?
It sucked.
You think it sucked?
Whole franchise suck.
Man, you suck anyway.
I mean, look at that, y'all, right there. He attacks my character when I'm talking about DC animation sucks. All of it.
Man, you suck, man. DC be on point with their animation.
Pushing an agenda.
DC be on point with their animation. I don't know what you're talking about.
What was on point about it? What was on point about it?
All right, first when it started off, like he was like, this is the first time they actually took him, and like they brought Constantine in, and they were like, all right, like he's kind of trying to warn him and stuff. But then Barry's been traveling through time, huh?
Is that Constantine?
That was Constantine. That was John Constantine. Like you had an older version of John Constantine, and he had the same voice as Constantine from Apocalypse. I mean, and then your boy Jensen Ackles, Soldier Boy, he was in it. He was Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, so the way Flash experiences, like the time and stuff, kind of relates back to like Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen. Like he kind of gets to the point where he's traveled through time so much. Like he experiences, like he kind of forgets where he's at sometimes because he experiences all these different times at the same time. Like one moment he's like, oh, this is my wedding day. Oh, this is what's going to happen this day. And then he ends up like, in another portion of time, like when he first gets his powers. And then he ends up like in that alternate universe with the crime syndicate. Like you got evil Superman, like Ultraman, the Owl, Superwoman. She's like a bad guy. She's really Wonder Woman, but like she's got the lasso of torment or something like that. But it makes you tell the truth like through pain. But like they didn't believe him about the world was about to end. And then you had like Supergirl, where she was in she was powered up with something else. It wasn't Power Girl. She was like a different entity from the future, because that's where we left her off last time when she was dating Brainiac. And so like she came back, and like this all happened after the Monitor came to gather all the heroes to fight off the Anti-Monitor. So yeah, I mean this whole story is just breaking through. The story before that was like they had to fight off Amazo, and I thought Amazo was going to be like the end story or whatnot. But Dr. Iso put Amazo together to try to extend his life with the help of Lex Luthor. But Lex Luthor is really looking for a way to just siphon the superpowers from the metahumans and stuff. And that's what he used. That's what he used Amazo for. So he's tricking Amazo. So it's this whole storyline with Amazo, and then Flash going through these different points, and then you find out at the end, like, he uses Amazo because Amazo has to come to terms that Lex Luthor's been lying to him this whole time, and he tries to get him to kill Superman, but they talk Amazo out of it. And then Amazo just kind of he's like, man, I failed my prime directive to actually protect humanity. But then when it comes to the Anti-Monitor, it's just flat, because Amazo can move just as fast as the Flash, and the Flash was able to take Iris into the Speed Force. They spent a lifetime building this device that could make the Earth vibrate just the amount of time so the antimatter could pass through it. So this was this was so many different storylines just in one.
It still sucked. It still sucked.
This is just part one. They got through. They were able to get through. But what's happening now is when we left off last time, where Supergirl was in the future and she was dating Brainiac. That whole future no longer exists. That whole future is disappearing.
Listen,
listen.
You keep
what's happening to Brainiac, because Brainiac's a good guy now. He's young. He's a teenager. He's a good guy, and he's dating Supergirl. So yeah, it was a good movie.
No, the writing sucked. The presentation sucked. It didn't have enough depth.
Everything was good.
And this story has already been told. We've been doing multiversal shit for the last 2.5, 3 years. I mean, when we gonna get off this? We see, the future's not there anymore, so they gotta do this right here. Man, we seen that in Back to the Future. We seen that in Spider-Man, No Way Home. We seen that in Multiverse of Madness. We've seen it in X-Men Apocalypse. We've seen this storyline 1,000 times. Come up with something new, DC.
And now I'm here 1,001 times, and I'm like, yo, let's take this storyline and let's run with it. Let's just keep going, because I'm invested.
No.
I'm invested.
I realized last night after our conversation you are biased.
That's
and that
right.
changed my perspective on Infinite. I mean, Crisis on Infinite Earths. The storyline sucks. It's not well told. We're using the same characters over and over. I mean, and the way that we realize that Barry is the key to everything, that's the stupidest excuse in the whole world, because we have more powerful heroes out there that they could bring in to stop what's the wave? Say the wave for me. The antimatter wave. The antimatter wave. No. Let me finish. I'll let you finish. The antimatter wave.
I'm just telling you what it was.
Why we couldn't bring in Blue Marvel? You know what I'm saying? He's antimatter. Right. He's with Marvel. But if we was to push his movie, guess what? It's sorry, right? We could have changed the whole thing out and put Blue Marvel in there, right? And he stopped the antimatter wave, and then they'd be like, oh, he sucks.
Anyway, man, it was a good movie, and they can make one for Marvel, and Blue Marvel could be in it. But anyway,
no.
It was a great movie. I recommend everybody see that junk, because I'm all ready for part 2. I'm already you a hater. You a hater today.
No, I'm not a hater. I'm giving the pushback that's deserved for these movies that we swear there's great writing when it's the same writing over and over again, and we're thinking it's good. Guess what? We got the same thing when Barry made a mistake, because that's what it's gonna come down to. He made a mistake. He wanted to go back and save his mom, but no. Better yet, let's use the actual storyline that they actually have at the end of Apocalypse War. I think that's the one where he said, Barry, run back and change it, because they got beat down. You know, the one with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's where this is coming from, because Barry changed the entire thing. So in other words, right, instead of them taking their ass whooping, I'm saying it on here, YouTube, taking their a whooping and moving on. Nah, Barry, go back in time and change some stuff. because we can't have everybody back here looking crazy. That is poor story writing. If you get
I thought it was great. I thought it was interesting.
If you get beat in the fight,
I thought they, you know what I'm saying? They got a formula that worked, and they just went ahead and took that formula and did it again. And I enjoyed it.
You ain't let me finish. You ain't let me finish.
Oh, go ahead.
If you get beat in the fight, you can't go back and change time.
They did it.
Nah, and that's what I'm saying with Infinity Wars and Endgame.
They broke your rules.
So guess what? If Endgame did it, no, it ain't my rule. I'm just telling you right now. This is the reason why I didn't like Endgame. I told you this. I told you this 5 years ago. I told you that 5 years ago. That's poor writing that they had to go back in time and change some stuff, right? Poor writing. And everybody jumped on the bandwagon. And now some other people doing it.
And you know who else went back in time?
No. Let me finish. Let me finish. Your non-agenda is pushing their agenda.
You know who else went back in time?
Marty McFly?
Deadpool, man. Deadpool went back in time. Everything worked out, bro. Deadpool did it. Crushed it. Took the time watch from cable, went back, saved everybody. At the end of the movie, bro. Just killed it. Time travel. Deadpool.
Another movie.
I know you don't like him neither.
Another movie that sucked. Another movie that sucked, because guess what?
Great movie.
In that moment in time.
Perfect movie.
In that moment in time.
Third one. Whew, it's gonna be nice.
In that moment in time,
Wolverine.
Deadpool got beat, and he should have took that loss like a man and walked off the screen.
Hey, everybody just breaking all your rules today.
No, ain't no breaking no rules. What I'm getting at is, right? No, you ain't let me finish. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You like Martin? You like the Martin Show?
Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch Girlfriends?
No.
Did you watch Living Single?
Yeah.
Did you watch In Living Color?
Yeah.
All great shows, but none of them won an Emmy.
That's true.
Why?
They didn't have a time machine.
No. Why didn't they win? Martin had over 100 shows. Why didn't they win?
Because it was.
Why didn't they get nominated for an Emmy?
Because it was black.
So, in other words, the conversation we was having yesterday about the Marvels, they'll never get any play because you got a black lead in there and women in there. The same agenda that you're saying that they're pushing, these are your words yesterday. You said they're pushing a woman agenda. That's why nobody wants to watch it, and that's why I don't want to watch it. Look, don't smile now. Don't smile now. You didn't say it. No. You didn't say it directly, but you alluded to it. All right. And this is what I've been saying the whole time that we've been on here. All right. Society's not ready for certain things. And when it's put out by certain studios, right, we have an online pushback that keeps other people from watching it because they come out before the Marvels came out. Marvels came out in November. There was negative press in January. And it continued to get bigger over and over. But again, I throw this out here at you again. Martin, that show was hilarious. It is a part of the culture. It never made it to the Emmys, never got nominated. Girlfriends, In Living Color, Living Single, all these shows. And that's what I was trying to explain to you yesterday. Like, listen, nobody is pushback on it because of certain things. And those certain things in these shows, it's the same thing that we get over and over again. So when I watch Crisis on Infinite Earth, if it was me 3 days ago, I said, oh no, yeah, this was good. I like this. But after watching the Marvels and seeing the feedback that we got, the Marvels and Crisis on Infinite Earth have the same similar writing in it. And people, the only thing that changes in it is, right, is because it's a girls' night out movie versus a Man's Night Out movie. We got Superman, and let me tell you, what's the dude from what's the evil Superman? What's his name? Ultraman. I'm gonna punch the antimatter wave back. Oh, what? So is this your ego talking? Wonder Woman, she ran. The evil Wonder Woman ran. And then the evil Flash, he turned around and ran. Man, listen. When I say the storyline is dumb, we have the Monitor. We have the Monitor on the block. And the Monitor is on the block and he don't know exactly what's going on. Like, hold on, big dog. You at the top. You like next to the CEO. You mean you can't call in a favor to God? Hey man, what's going on down here? Crisis on Infinite Earth. I'm gonna give you another one. You mean we ain't got a Dr. Manhattan out here nowhere? You can't make a Crisis on Infinite Earth these days or any kind of multiversal show and you not include everybody. Why are you so quiet?
I mean, I'm letting you finish. Like,
nah, I'm done. I'm
done.
done.
Go ahead, man. You got a lot. You got to let off your mind. You know, you just gotta. You got. Give you some space. Like, let you go ahead and unwind.
And then I'ma call in all the most powerful superheroes in the world. Oh, you only gonna call in the superheroes, but you ain't gonna call in the anti-heroes and the supervillains because Mr. Miracle is on there. Anybody, the average mob from Apocalypse that got something to do with Apocalypse, they ain't no straight shooter. But you had Mr. Miracle on there. What Black Adam? Huh? Why you bring in Lex Luthor? That's one of the times you bring in Lex Luthor because we know each and every Earth, Lex Luthor is one of the greatest minds of all times. Dr. Ivo. You mean to tell me, oh, we're going to watch him in this storyline, creating one of the most powerful robots of all times, but we don't bring him to the forefront as a think tank. We got one Mr. Miracle? Mr. Terrific. One. We seen one. How many Superman we got? How many Superman we seen?
Two
and Ultraman. We got a Batman, we got a Robin, we got a Dort, we got the Batgirl. Man, come on now, man. They can write. I'm challenging them to write something better. It better get better with part 2. Why are you quiet?
No, I'm just letting you finish, man.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, you done? That's okay. Right. Well, I mean, I'm programmed, so I enjoyed it. I was like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? Like, I'm trying to see what's going on with Brainiac. Because I fell in love with Brainiac from the last movie. And like, I'm like,
Brainiac.
Oh. Huh?
Forget Brainiac.
Man, I'm trying to see what's gonna happen with Brainiac, man. Like, this dude, like, cause they thought he was evil, and come turn out he was not like the other Brainiacs. And everybody thought he was supposed to be like all the other Brainiacs. But he was like, I'm different. And now he's disappearing. So I'm like, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, we don't need him anyway.
Like, and Kara said, she's like, man, like she done turned into a whole new entity. Like,
no, she's the same. She's the same as they tried to do Crisis on Infinite Earth on the Flash show. She's the person that goes to get everybody and bring them together. I can't remember the name. They just changed it a little bit. I mean, the story's already been told 3-4 times. Give us another story.
I'm enjoying this time.
I ain't. It's a waste of my.
I know
it's a waste of my taxpayer money.
I know you're not, but I'm programmed over here. I'm just like, ooh, I'm eating this up.
I don't see a Constantine character.
You don't?
No, man, the cast. There's no Constantine character.
That old dude was an older version of Constantine.
I figured that. I would say that. I just wanna argue with you.
Oh.
I don't see it. We need to go somewhere else. Anyways, so who you think the most powerful character is?
Spectre? Where the heck did you go? What the heck just happened? Damn, my glasses all broken.
My bad, I hit the wrong button.
I said Spectre.
The Spectre was on there, huh?
Yeah.
I thought the monitor's not stronger than the Spectre.
I don't know, is he?
But that's your choice.
Because like the Monitor couldn't beat the anti-Monitor. And the think tank had to come up with the idea. Well, actually, Flash came up with the idea, and the think tank just ran with it.
No. Hold on. They never introduced the anti-Monitor in there. So you're going back to comic book source.
Well, isn't that what the wave was? I thought that's what they
called it. Said all they said was there was an antimatter wave. That's it.
Oh, antimatter wave. Okay.
Right. And they don't know where it came from. They don't know what the source of. But again, we just talked around that to lead us down a rabbit hole. All right.
Then at the end,
because Batman, true Batman would have said, we got to find a source of this because it's acting on its own. And they said that halfway through the movie. They said, oh, it knows what we're doing.
Right. It's self-corrected.
Right. So why at that time when they know who's behind it? And I wouldn't be surprised. Like this is one of them times when you can actually say it could be a Brainiac ancestor that's behind it, because that's somebody. Brainiac is one of those people that could create an antimatter wave besides the anti-Monitor. You get what I'm saying?
Or like
Darkseid
anti-life equation. I mean, what if Darkseid was behind it?
That's another person. I mean, that's another person that can do it. So again, I respect that.
But I guess I'll find out part 2. Like,
yeah, I guess we will. I guess we will find out, and I'm gonna bash it until
I'm gonna watch it. Part 2 come in, I'm gonna give you a whole 15 minutes in the front. I'm like, hey man, go ahead, get on your soapbox. Just go ahead and talk.
I ain't on the soapbox. I'm talking about.
It ain't a soapbox. It ain't a soapbox.
You know, you look. This is what I'm about to do. You see this? You see this? Every movie that they bashed in phase 4, I'm gonna go back to phase 1 and phase 2 and compare them storylines. All right, and I'm gonna point out the only thing that's different in this storyline versus this storyline is gender.
You should do that. You should do that for this show. Like each character for character, just boom, boom.
Let me ask you a question. Superman 1 and Superman 2 back in the 1980s, they call these cult classics. All right. This is where Superman went against Lex Luthor, and then Superman went against Zod. Zod's whole thing was what? He wanted to take over the Earth.
Yeah.
Back in those
1977 days. Superman, Christopher Reeves.
Exactly. He wanted to take over the Earth. What is the difference in any of the other storylines across the board?
I mean, it's always an alien from another planet protecting the planet from some other, outsourced source trying to take over the Earth.
Exactly. And aliens, Sigourney Weaver. We trying to stop these mugs from getting back to Earth. Now let me give you another one. Another movie that was good, but then it wasn't received well. But the message of it made total sense. The Watchmen.
Oh yeah.
Made total sense.
Which one? Both of them were good.
No, I'm talking about the movie right now. I ain't talking about the show. Okay. The movie. The movie wasn't received well when it should have been one of the greatest movies of all times, in my opinion, because you didn't see it coming until it happened. You was like, oh, this Amadeus, this was him the whole time? Like, we just watching these snippets from here and here, him doing this thing, Rorschach over here saying, hey, player, something ain't right. And then you got the Chameleon. And then you got the part in there where Chameleon raped a superhero. You see what I'm saying? And then the daughter was born, which was Silk Spectre. So she was born from rape. And so with that being said, as I'll say again, I'm bringing up our conversation from last night. When you write about real life, and this is stuff that's going on in real life, Chameleon forced himself on the woman, and then she ended up having a baby. And then her husband, who she was with, didn't like the situation. This real life stuff. Real life stuff. It wasn't well received. All right, and now I just want to say this. We got some real life stuff going on right now where prior to a certain person in office, people didn't trust the government. I mean, people trusted the government, but then he got in. He's like, oh, I don't trust the government. How many times has that storyline been played out in every movie? We've been saying this for years, but again, here we are. And some people saying, oh, it's bad writing. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. When he tell them y'all got to do better across the world. The Flag Smashers. The Flag Smashers was standing up for everybody who was oppressed. No, they wrong. And then we love John Walker until he cut off somebody's head with the shit.
Yeah.
But guess again, a lot of great parts. A lot of
he
great
became the bad guy.
Right, a lot of moving parts, a lot of great parts. But now we're looking at John Walker as the bad guy. He made a mistake. And I think he was atoning for his mistake. But they played out something on there I thought was really important because I kind of felt that as a military member, and you too.
I don't think he felt remorseful.
No. When he was in court, I mean, when he went to his court martial, he did. He did. Watch it again.
He might have been pretending.
He wasn't pretending. But it's how far
he became U.S. agent.
Because after nobody believed in him no more. So in other words, you give this man the mantle of Captain America. And it's not like Captain America never made a mistake. Or Captain America always made the right decision. That's why Captain America and Iron Man was fighting in Civil War. So I got a question for you. Who was right in Civil War? That got an agenda too, but I got a question. Who was right in Civil War? Iron Man, Team Iron Man, or Team Captain America? You work for the government with Iron Man, or with Captain America, you don't work for the government. Who was right?
Captain America.
And then was he right in trying to save his friend versus taking him in after he killed Iron Man's parents?
Hell yeah, he's right. Now what? What you got to say?
Because he was under mind control. Like, that's I can't disagree with you on that.
You know what? I'd come save you if you under mind control.
No, you wouldn't.
I would come save you.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah. You under mind control doing stuff. You on your soapbox. You know what I'm saying? I'll come save you.
No. Right now, I would not let you. I would not allow you to switch the agenda and gaslight. I ask again. I'm gonna say this over and over again. These are the shows that I was just sitting down before the show, and then this idea just came to my head. But the show Martin, 101 seasons, Girlfriend, 6-7 seasons. 101 shows with Martin. Living Single, the equivalent of Friends, In Living Color. None of them got nominated. And it was all great shows. They had great cast. They had great writing. And none of them was nominated. In fact, they was talked about. They was even degraded. And the reason why it was degraded is because, and then the first thing they say is they pushing the agenda. What was the agenda?
It's black.
Nah, Martin didn't push no agenda. What I'm saying to you is, right, the marginalized people are still marginalized across the thing. The Marvels, instead of saying what you really want to say out of your mouth, you'll say it's poor writing. When in actuality, if you watch anime, That's poor writing.
What? Nah, man. No, you take that back. What's wrong with you? Nah, you tripping.
Everything.
Hey, it's like it's 30 minutes anyway. But you ain't. Yeah, it's time to go. But you ain't gonna sit there and talk about.
I'm pulling up on you.
MYECOMICS is the best, I guess you know why.